Hi everybody. I hope this video is actually going to record. I am downstairs in my sewing room. I still don't have a total finished sewing room because I'm just sewing downstairs. I'm hoping that light bulb isn't going to be crazy there because I think it might actually be a little bit annoying. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've done a video. Just trying to get organized in life after moving to Manitoba. It's been an interesting adjustment from going to being busy 24/7 to being at home and just working from my home. But I have taken a little part-time job at a little sewing place in Winnipeg. I shouldn't say little, it's Fabricland. It's a Canadian company, and yeah, I do a lot of shopping there, and they were looking for some help. And I've worked for Fabricland before when I lived in Medicine Hat, and I absolutely loved it. The only issue is, I should move my head, then maybe that'll work. The only issue is that you see a lot of fabric being at the end of the bolt, and then you think, oh, I should just grab that piece, it's so cheap. And then you'll end up getting all these pieces. So yeah, that's been a little bit, it's hard when this stuff is like, 75 cents and you've got half a meter of fabric, and it's just they just want to get rid of it. So yeah, it makes it very difficult because I still have stash from a decade ago when I used to work there. I worked there about 3 different times when I was Medicine Hat because I used to travel on the road with work, and I'd be gone months at a time, and then I'd come home and I would work as a server in a restaurant, and then I also worked at Fabricland. The manager, their owner there, was fantastic. I should have actually done something with my hair. I just thought, I want to talk to somebody. I want to tell you guys what I'm doing because I love watching videos online and about sewing and making stuff for their Etsy store. And yeah, it's been a crazy year. I really should have taken notes because I'm going to be back and forth with a bunch of stuff, I'm sure. What I was doing today is we are actually going back to Medicine Hat this weekend. My grandson is graduating next week, and it's June 2025, and I haven't been back. We've been here almost a year, so my grandbabies are all in Medicine Hat, so that's going to be awesome to be able to see my family, my girls. My son is here in Winnipeg, but yeah, my girls and my grandbabies are all in Medicine Hat. So I just quickly made a little bee bag. One of my friends in Calgary is going to meet us in the Hat, and she wanted this little project bag for my Etsy shop. So I quickly whipped that together, and this is a bag that I had an order for this week as well. And I love this bag. It's so cute. This fabric, I just happened to find a little piece at Fabricland. I made the bag before. I should move my sewing machine over that you guys can see. You can see all the stuff that I need to work on. It's all sitting there waiting to go. And yeah, so I wanted to quickly get that stuff done that I can get it in the mail because I do have to work Thursday and Friday this week. I'm going to try to keep my head in front of that bulb. I'm going to have to do something about that. I think I'm going to have to put a shade over it. This basement isn't done yet. It's just the perimeter. We haven't lived here for quite a year. But we are talking about moving to Winnipeg because I really don't want to drive the highways because we're about 18 minutes, maybe 12 minutes from Winnipeg. And I'm really nervous to drive the highways in winter, even though I grew up in Manitoba. But yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about that. So I would love to get into Winnipeg and just be closer. I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, so my Etsy shop, the Woolen Frog, I've been making some new little bags, like these little yarn cozies, just to throw your thing of yarn in, because sometimes you just want your yarn a ball, just ball of yarn, ball of yarn, good grief. And you just want to have somewhere safe that it doesn't roll all over the place. So I've been making some of these. I think I'm going to make a bunch more, just in some cute fabrics, especially when I have like leftover little pieces like this. But what else have I made? I've also started making some little pouches. I do have some in my Etsy shop, but I've been starting to make a whole bunch for a couple of places in Winnipeg. I have some of my stuff in a place called Georgina's. It's on Plessis Road in Transcona, and House of Local, and that's on Watt Street. And I've been bringing little pouches there I do have some in my Etsy shop. The ones in my Etsy shop are related to knitting. These are just like little fun pouches. I've been making a bunch of those. I've got some cherry ones that I've been making now because cherries are popular. I'm going to add them to my Etsy shop. But at the time I was changing the name from the Woolen Frog, I was going to change it to Lilies and Grapefruit after my mom. It's a long story, but I kind of thought that maybe I should just incorporate them into one. I was just thinking, if I'm not dyeing yarn anymore, to have it as the Woolen Frog seemed weird. But the reason I named the shop the Woolen Frog when I had a shop in Medicine Hat was because frogging is a very, very big term in the stitching industry, where you say it's rip it, rip it, rip it. So then that should be fine in sewing too, because I'm always ripping out. I just had to rip out today. And so I thought, well, that doesn't really matter. So now I've got a bunch of pouches that are going to have Lilies and Grapefruit on it, and my shop is Lilies and Grapefruit at these 2 locations. So I might have to talk with them and say, hey, I'm going to go back to the Woolen Frog and just have it under one umbrella. I would eventually like to get a little working studio in Winnipeg and maybe just have it open 1 day a week just for the things that I make. And yeah, I want to start making a bunch of quilted tote bags. Some are going to be very simple tote bags. Some are going to be maybe a little bit more, like I said, quilted with pockets and stuff. Just fun stuff. And then I'll work a couple of days a week at Fabricland just to be among people, because oh my gosh, just being at home in my basement's not very fun. What else have, oh, and I made some, I should show you guys these because they're so cute. These are just little laptop, or iPad, sorry, not laptop, iPad pouches. And then you can put your little notepads in there. And just using up, I found so much nice fabric in my stash. And this is actually from Fabricland. I got that on sale when I moved here to Winnipeg. And I went to all this work of making a cute little label, and now I'm thinking, maybe I should just keep it under one umbrella because it just gets too much. And I want to enjoy this. Like, I really want to enjoy sewing. I want to be able to sew myself some clothes again and not feel under pressure. And I still am doing some sewing for Minerva and from Germany. And they just sent me a piece of fabric the other day. I'll have to show it to you guys maybe in my next video. It's so nice. And it's really nice because they have a maker's program where you get to choose certain fabrics, and then you just say how many you'd like to have that month, and then they'll see if that one's available, and then they'll send it to you. So the one I got this month is really, really fun. So yeah, that's about, what else was I doing? I should quickly show you guys. Oh my gosh, this being back on YouTube is going to be really fun. I'm so excited. I just am going to have to do notes because I'm a scatterbrain #1, because oh my gosh, yeah, brutal. See, just like now, I was going to show you guys these. This is a tote full of little eyeglass cases, and they all have Lilies and Grapefruit on it, but that doesn't really matter. I'll probably put them in my Etsy shop too, because you could use them for little, they just need the little snaps, but you could use them for little needle cases, eyeglasses. This will be the small eyeglass case because sunglasses wouldn't fit in there. Like, my glasses that I'm wearing fit in here really, really nicely, but if you have sunglasses, they probably wouldn't fit. So yeah, that's another thing that I'm adding. Yeah, I think that's, I don't want to get too crazy that I get too many different pieces, because that's not fun. That just gets too overwhelming. But I'll show you some of the pieces I got this week. Oh my gosh. This was a remnant, and I'm thinking I should make some little bags out of this. It's like different panels, like I think the back is the same, like with puppies. And my puppy bags for my knitting project bags, crochet project bags, the animal bags always seem to sell quite well. And yeah, and I just love that. I love the colors. And then I got this piece. This is over 1 meter, and this is corduroy. I think this one I may have gotten actually at Value Village, but it's gorgeous. And I got this one because Fabricland had their biggest sale of the year last year. Last week. They had 65% off of quilting fabric, $27 and less. And above $28 was, I think it was 55% off or 50. It was insane. So I got this fabric. It's a nice beach theme. I thought this would be really nice as tote bags. I'll probably make some project bags, but I also want to make a bunch of tote bags because I am going to be doing a couple of markets in Winnipeg. And I think a couple of quilted tote bags would be great. I really hope that light's not gonna be a problem. I'm gonna have to change that for next time. Another fabric, sunflower fabric, always does well on Etsy, always. That might be a cute tote bag too. Gnome fabric always does well. I even have some fabric on my my Woolen Frog, on my Etsy channel, fabric that I've used for bags in the past, and I had so much that I've actually listed some at Yardage for sale. I love this one, and I got the coral. I was thinking that coral in a tote bag for the top casing. It always does. Coral casing and any kind of floral bag like that does well. This fabric, this was just a little remnant. It's so pretty. It's like a 3D floral. I'm not sure what I will make out of that, but it literally looks like a flower garden. And then this was a remnant. It's really hard because, you know, customers come with, there's like a little bit left on the bolt. It happened after the sale, the day after a lady came. It's called Color, I think it was called Color Splash or something, a line called Color Splash. I hadn't even seen this fabric. And then she came through the cutting line. I was like, oh, no, Carol, not another bolt under the shelf. I have to stop that. It's crazy, but it's so much fun. I thought this was really pretty too. And these are just like all remnants, like 0.5, 0.10, or sorry, 0.9, like they're just small. They always have to be under a meter for them to be a remnant. I thought this was kind of cute. I think this would be the cutest little tote bag. If I quilt it, and I could do the handle in a quilted hand strap as well, or even a webbing strap, a thicker webbing strap. This fabric was a remnant too, and this at Fabricland is very popular with the Indigenous people. They make a lot of ribbon skirts out of that, they're amazing. This was premium fabric. This stuff was 28 and up a meter, and we sell a ton of that, but that was, like I said, a remnant. And then I'm such a person for these crazy colors. I love this kind of stuff. This is about 9 meters of fabric, and I want to make tote bags out of that. I think I'll make it all into tote bags. And yeah, it's gorgeous. And it was funny because when I went to pay for it, it was $28 and up. And I thought, oh, I'm gonna take 2 meters. And then my manager, she says, oh, Carol, that stuff's actually marked down. And then it's another $3 off per meter off of the marked down price. So I think I got it for like $8 a meter or something. It was really, really, really good price. So yeah, so I bought that. So now I'm just gonna start getting organized and get all my stuff ready, because like I said, I have a big market in November. It's a 2-day market, and it's big, and it's very busy. There's a lot of foot traffic. And like I said, I did find, I don't know if I mentioned it in this video, but I did find a little studio downtown in Osborne Village. Peter and I went to a place called Small Mercies in Osborne Village, and they've got a courtyard where you can go outside and have coffee. And then I said to Peter, oh my gosh, this would be such a perfect studio in this area if you had a door going into that courtroom. And sure enough, there is one place for rent, but I probably need to wait till we move to Winnipeg, because that's a lot to take on, to pay rent for a place. But boy, it'd be really nice to be able to sew away from home, because when I had my yarn shop in Medicine Hat, it was so nice because I could get so much done, because when you're home there's always these interruptions, always interruptions. So, but yeah, I think that's it for touching base for today. I am going to go upstairs and pack the 2 Etsy orders that I have so far, because like I said, I want to make sure they go before we leave for the week. Our dogs are going to be staying. Our neighbor lady's going to come across the road and watch them. So I'm hoping they're going to be okay. My grandson's trying to put a guilt trip on me. He says, oh, Grandma, what if they get sick? Because he's usually the one that watches them. And he says, what if they get sick? What if they are so scared? And oh my gosh, he says, Grandma, just bring them. And we would bring them. The hotel will take dogs, but it just really limits us to certain things. We could bring them to a puppy daycare because we do have one out there. But I think for them, with Indy, our smallest dog, she's a lot of anxiety about traveling, and I just don't want to put her through that. I just feel it's selfish to put her through that. We'll see how I feel on Saturday morning when we leave. I'm sure I'll be in tears. I should quickly tell you guys what I did this morning. So this morning, I needed to go pick up a box from the post office to send one of the parcels that I'm sending with Canada Post. And I thought I'll just go grab it because then it's like literally a 3-minute drive for me, not even. And then I thought, oh, I'll go pick up a coffee. We have a little coffee, it's called Perks, and it's like a trailer, like utility trailer that they made into a latte, like they do lattes and all that kind of stuff, just beverages. And today they were in Landmark, Manitoba. And I thought, oh, I should drive there and go grab myself an iced coffee, because I looked on the map and it was 3 kilometers away. So I went and picked up my my box. And then I started driving and I went, oh, darn, it's not 3 kilometers away. You turn in 3 kilometers. So it was actually about, I guess, 8 minutes away altogether from my little town that I live in. So it was still great. And I went and picked up my little iced coffee, which I could make at home, but Perks iced coffees aren't just insanely good. But I was shocked. I had never been to Landmark before, and it's even smaller than the little community I live in, and I didn't even think that was possible. And then they said, I asked them about another community that's nearby, and they said, oh, it's just as small, if not smaller. And I was like, wow, that's unbelievable, because we don't have a lot in my town here. We don't have you can't really go anywhere and get a latte. You'd have to drive about 10 minutes, and then there's Tim Hortons, A&W, there's, I think, a Subway and a little pizza place, Dairy Queen, and Pita Pit is within a gas station, and that's it. It's called Deacon's Corner. And yeah, so there's really nowhere to go. I guess Co-op gas station would have like your lattes or hot chocolates or whatever, but they're not very good. And yeah, so I drove and got that iced coffee, and I'm having that now. So I think I'm gonna go and pack up these Etsy orders, and I think I'm gonna start taking you guys along for a lot of the stuff that I do, because I got a little GoPro. I'm just learning how to use it, and it's gonna be really handy, because if I go to market, I can just put it under my shirt and onto my shirt, not under my shirt. And it's gonna be really nice, because then I can just freely look at stuff and show it to you guys, and it'll be super easy. Otherwise than that, I think that's going to be it for now. If I think of anything else to add before I post this video, I will do that, and I'll see what I look like when I look back on this video, because like I said, I didn't even comb my hair, and I have it in a ponytail. My hair is so short, I just cut it last week, and I really need to go to a hairdresser and get her to cut it properly. I used to do hair, so it's very hard for me not to just chop it myself. So, but anyway, I hope you guys are having a good week, and I'm looking forward to coming back and sharing. I know I said that in my last video, but I was still really trying to figure things out. And now that I've got a little part-time job, I'm mentally doing so much better. There's like, I feel like a different human. It's just shocking, the difference. That being alone at home, it just isn't always the best. And I need to be among people, and I'm telling you, I work with some of the best staff that I've ever worked with in my life, and I've had a lot of staff when I traveled with work, a lot of people that worked for me, and I'm telling you, these people are just beyond amazing. So I'm having a lot of fun. It's just these 8-hour shifts. Honestly, I don't think I've worked for somebody else an 8-hour shift in probably over a decade, because I worked for myself when I was Medicine Hat with my yarn shop. And yeah, otherwise it would have been over 10 years ago, I would think. So, but I am going to actually mention it to my boss not to put me on to any more than 6 hours, because I find my partner, he works 6 days a week right now, and he's working like 10, 12, more than that hours. And I don't want the dogs to be, they can be alone because they're sitting in the window watching the neighbors, and our neighbor lady, if there's an issue, she'll run across the street and help them. But Luna will go to the bathroom on a puppy pad, but Indy won't. And I don't like to do that. And I'm such a helicopter mom. Like, I'm so, oh my gosh, they're so precious to me, and it's hard for me. We did get cameras so we can watch them and see what they're doing, because we literally have to, especially with Luna, the younger one, we have to put all our pillows away. I have to put all my knitting up, because she actually got my knitting bags the other day. She took them out of a cabinet and took them out, and she likes to just eat the corner off my knitting bags or take the yarn and flail it all over the house. So yeah, we just have to, I just have to get organized. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I actually really am looking forward to it. I just have to figure out how to balance everything. Like, I'm just like, I watch other videos. I literally watch girls sew, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like, really, you guys watch that? But I watch it. I love it. So I'm just gonna post whatever I want. I just say that, hey, I'm at the age, like, I can do whatever I want, and people can turn me off if they don't want to watch me, because I will watch over an hour of somebody sewing because I find it so interesting. I just literally watch. It's so fun. I don't care what age the person is. They can be in their 20s, they can be in their whatever. It's just really interesting because obviously they're like-minded persons like me. So, but anyway, I will let you all go. It's over 20 minutes, and I will be back with a video. I'll probably do a video in Medicine Hat just to take you guys with me. That would be really fun. Hopefully I can get my GoPro working by then, that I know how to use it. So you guys take care, and we'll talk soon.